everyone, welcome back to Newsroom. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news on YouTube. I air on Fridays. I bring you the latest on reforms and economics of Iraq based on reports put out by the Middle East news media outlets. I do this weekly review and it's based off my interests. Thank you everyone for joining me. Last week we talked about exchange rates, digital transformation, the banking sector, parallel markets. Let's take a look at this week's headlines. The Kurdistan Regional Government President, Mauser Barzani, has partnered with Iraqi Trade Bank to settle the salaries of the Kurdistan regions as a government bank in Baghdad. Rafidain Bank has introduced a comprehensive banking system in its branches in Karbala and Mosul. Rafidain Bank has announced the implementation of comprehensive banking systems in the Indian branches of Holy Karbala and Asiri in Mosul. The bank aims to transition from paperwork to electronic transformation and is working towards including all branches of the bank in the digital transformation plan. This is in line with the government's priority of electronic transformation and financial transactions, reducing redundancy and time spent on transactions. And the Parliamentary Finance Report on the budget schedule is expected to be presented to Parliament within 72 hours. Deputy Chairman of the Relative Finance Committee, Aman Mauser Al-Jabari, expected to send the 2024 budget schedule to the House of Representatives within 72 hours, stating that the committee is ready for the schedule and will not take more than 20 days to resolve it. Jordanian and Palestinian banks have reported taking over the Iraqi dollar. The Central Bank of Iraq has granted license to Jordanian banks to deal in dollars and limit foreign transfers, causing the economists to worry about losing control of the Iraqi banking system. The U.S. Treasury has imposed sanctions on Iraqi banks due to smuggling the dollar to Iran, leading to foreign banks dominating the financial arena. Experts Ahmad Al-Tamimi warns that the Central Bank of Iraq should negotiate with the U.S. Treasury to grant exceptions to some Iraqi banks and not limited dealings in dollars to Jordanian banks. Pay attention, Iraq plans to transition from lubativity to electronic payments in mid-2024. Iraq's financial advisor, Mauser Mohammed Shaleh, has announced that the government is encouraging citizens to adopt the digital payment. He stated that monetary use will gradually shift towards digital financial inclusion starting in 2025. Shaleh emphasizes that traditional monetary methods are no longer in line with modern digital institutional societies, and that the public is shifting towards using a digital payment card for various transactions. He also noted that by mid-year, the government will largely shift to payments through credit cards and other approved digital methods. Digital payments have opened millions of digital accounts for adults, promoting cash liquidity, ensuring electronic activity. This growth aligns with unified treasury accounts, maintaining moderate growth rates. The dollar trees are experiencing a significant knockout, leading to concerns of a possible dinar collapse. The fluctuation of the dollar and gold prices have significantly impacted the commercial markets, with the dollar currently at 1460 dinars in parallel markets. The cancellation of currency auction windows at the end of 2024 and Washington's sanctions on Iraqi banks have put the dollar at risk for speculations. The establishment of electronic platforms and regulatory of external transfers for private sector trades has contributed to the recovery of the Iraqi dinar. However, the Parliamentary Finance Committee supports the theory of doubts, predicting a redrop in the dinar rates due to the central bank's limited capacity to cover. Iraq's exports to countries like Turkey, China, the UAE, India, Iran, Brazil have increased due to factors such as global inflation, inflation in invoices, changing consumption patterns, increasing government agreements, and the lack of local industry competition. The Central Bank of Iraq has stopped selling the dollar to travelers during the Hajj season, and economist Safwan Qasai has suggested a new mechanism to addressing the leakage of dollars to parallel markets. The central bank will continue to provide dollars to eligible travelers, regardless of these level of Hajj of other events. And bear with me for this next article. al-Sudani concluded his visit to Babylon. Prime Minister Mohammed al-Sudani has concluded his visit to Babel Governorate, which included launching a package of new service projects worth $1,276,740 dinars, referring to the large Hilla sewer project to implementation of a cost of $287 million, launching integrated projects for sewage, sanitation, rainwater in various districts, and a road project linking the highways from Basra to Ibrahimi Ayaya in the Hindiaya district. The visit also involved managing a operating Imad al-Sadiq hospital by a specialized foreign company for $60 million, working on the Union Mill project, opening a sugar factory, expansion project at the Al-Idaha company, and opening various plant facilities. Field inspections were conducted on the progress of the Hilla Sewer project, the Ishtar Bridge project in Hilla, and the Oncology Center at Marian Hospital. Al-Sudani also chaired a meeting of directors and officials of the service and sector departments and formation of Babylon governorates, directed the formation of the Committee of Ministerials to address problems identified, and the chaired meeting with security and military leaders and the formations. And the House of Representatives have decided to extend the legislative term by 30 days. They were saying that the House of Representatives presidency has extended the current legislative term by 30 days, and anticipated by the Parliamentary Finance Committee, the extension comes aimed at the political movement to elect a new speaker, necessitating the continuation of parliamentary work. The central bank governor has informed the French ambassador that the proposed restructuring of the government banks will significantly alter the banking sector landscape. Iraq's central bank governor Ali Mohsen Al-Alaq has announced plans to restructure government banks, which could significantly change the country's banking sector. The plan, supported by Prime Minister, is expected to change the country's banking landscape. Ali Al-Alaq also highlighted the rapid development in foreign transfer operations and trades, which are receiving praise from international organizations. The French ambassador expressed satisfaction with development and economic progress in Iraq, stating that the two countries are ready to strengthen and develop banking relations. The French ambassador invited the governor of Iraq to visit the Central Bank of France, a country with long-standing cooperation relationships. Projections suggest that Iraq's oil capacity is expected to increase in 2025. JP Morgan's banks predict Iraq, the UAE, and Kazakhstan will increase their oil capacity by over 3,000 barrels per day by 2025. This expansion could pose a risk to coalition cohesions and oil prices. Analyst Natasha Kaneva warns that OPEC's main issue lies in 2025, as supply restrictions may not address imbalances. Brent crude prices are expected to remain between $75 and $90 per barrel, with an average price reaching $82 per barrel in 2025. And lastly, the government trade meeting between Iraq and America has resumed after a 9-year break. The Iraqi and American governments held meetings to discuss the third session of Trade and Investment Framework Agreement in Washington, D.C. The meeting, led by Iraq's economics agent, focused on various aspects such as agriculture sector, standardization, financial system, customs, company registrations, intellectual property rights, Iraq's ascension into the World Trade Organization, the health sector, and government contracts. The Iraqi government confirms its openness to all parties and emphasizes the importance of economic reform and diversification. The American sides expressed interest in topics and appreciated the Iraqi government's reform measures. The meetings were attended by the Director General of Department of Foreign Economic Relations, the Commercial Attaché, and representatives from the Ministerial Finance, Planning, Agriculture, and Health. And you've been watching Newsroom Weekly Review. I'm Chella Smith with your Middle East U.S. entertainment news on reforms and economics of Iraq. I try to bring you all the latest Dinar news without having to keep up with all the different outlets. I'm here on YouTube every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe and turn those notification bells on. If you like my content, leave me a thumbs up. If you really like my content, you can always seed a super chat or a super thanks in the comment section below. Again, thank you for being a subscriber, and thank you for visiting Newsroom Chella Smith for your trusted Dinar news. I'll see you guys next Friday. Take care. Make sure you join us Fridays, 4 p.m. with Newsroom Updates with Chella Smith Entertainment News.